The cat dragon never saw it coming that the kids he raised, the black cat became the mentor of the hero king, would all turn out so ridiculously amazing, and Little Gray joined the hero party, successfully defeating the demon lord. As for the other kittens, they all made their mark too, and were later known as the Seven Legends. Not long before all this, the cat dragon asked Kuroha, who just got back to visit the capital, with his strength, he could definitely boost the city cat's morale. The cat dragon reminded him repeatedly, just stay for a little while, and make sure to come back. Kuroha agreed without hesitation. After all, he was never good with humans, but when he saw the newborn prince, he got curious. Seeing that the baby couldn't sleep, he used his tail to play with the prince. Then the maid pushed the door open. She wasn't surprised at all, because the cat dragon was very famous in this kingdom, and Kuroha apologized for barging in, saying he would meet the king tomorrow. The next day came quickly. The king welcomed Kuroha warmly. He had already heard of Kuroha's reputation as a fighter who could take down a bear single-handedly. If such a cat could teach his own child, it would be a tremendous honor. Kuroha didn't refuse right away. He still didn't know what kind of person the young prince was, so he wanted to observe a bit more. The king agreed, and let Kuroha stay freely in the palace. If he wasn't satisfied with the prince, he could leave any time. And so several years flew by. Kuroha watched the young prince grow up, and the prince adored Kuroha. That whole period was peaceful. But then the king told Kuroha that a neighboring country was at war with the demon lord's army. He wanted to join the fight, but as king he couldn't just do whatever he wanted, so he sent supplies instead. He thought the war would keep going, but a few days later the hero party brought good news. They had pushed back the demon lord's forces. Kuroha went to check out the celebration, and noticed that the mage in the hero party was actually one of his brothers. He was so shocked he couldn't speak. He never thought that Little Gray would actually achieve his dream. He didn't go over to reunite, and instead kept watching over the prince. Soon the prince turned 12. With his handsome looks, many noble girls had crushes on him, but the prince wasn't interested in romance. His dream was to become an adventurer, and grow strong like Kuroha. He planned to escape during the fireworks show that night, which gave the king a headache, but he didn't stop him. He chose to wish his son good luck on his adventure, and so the prince and Kuroha left the Nubie forest, and arrived at the neighboring country. To keep his identity hidden, the prince cut off his long hair, and decided to disguise himself as a country boy. He also changed his name to Stan since it was easier. Once he was ready, it was time to rest. Since he had no camping gear, he just slept right on a tree branch. It was safer there. Kuroha was completely stunned. This kid really was something else. Morning came before they knew it. Kuroha felt sore all over. He had gotten used to sleeping on the palace sofa. Now sleeping in the forest again felt uncomfortable. Then Kuroha noticed the prince had turned into a wild man. He buried his old clothes, so he could blend in better as a local. After all that, the prince got hungry. He needed to find food, and quickly spotted a rabbit nearby. He pounced and tore into it. Kuroha felt helpless. This guy was going full caveman, but he's still worried. Won't eating that raw mess up your stomach? The prince said. He had learned magic to strengthen his body. After eating his fill, the two kept moving toward the neighboring country. The prince spotted a bear, which got him really excited. He grew up hearing stories about Kuroha's feats, so he was eager to challenge a bear himself. He grabbed a branch off the ground and used it as a staff, ready to fight. Kuroha tried to stop him, telling him to be careful, but the prince had already charged in, which gave Kuroha a headache, so he followed up with a lightning spell. Soon the bear was taken down by the two of them. Kuroha dragged the bear materials to town, and sold them for a good amount. Then he bought a set of beginner gear, which made him happy.